time.
Well, welcome back to the Positive Hustle Podcast. Today we got a special guest here with me. We got Brent Lawson from A-Major Roadside, entrepreneur from the city of Dayton, Ohio. So, Brent, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to the people, give them a little background on yourself.
As you previously stated, Brent Lawson, A-Major Roadside Assistance. It's just a locally owned business, minor roadside assistance. We do towing as well. Started from the ground up. Started with a little 4-cylinder vehicle, doing a whole lot of minor roadside calls, and then, just turned it into what it is today. Was able to purchase a tow truck, off the minor roadside and a couple other things. But yeah, it's not doing too bad.
So, as I told y'all before here on the Positive Hustle Podcast, we want to bring y'all some motivation of, hustlers that's getting it on, on a legit way. So that's one of the things we want to do here. We want to interview a lot of entrepreneurs from our area. So, Mr. Lawson, how did you get into the roadside assistance business?
I got into it back in, it was probably about 2002, somewhere around there. A buddy of mine was doing it, and I was, in between jobs, looking for jobs, and I had an old V8 pickup truck, and he turned me on to that, and ever since then, I did it on and off for a while until I just came to the realization I was going to do it on my own, and got the LLC and hit the ground running.
So being that you've been self-employed, for over a decade now, what would you say was some of the roadblocks that you ran into starting your own business and keeping it running?
The roadblocks, I would say, is me overthinking myself or underthinking myself. Sometimes something not going the way that you wanted to, and you don't have the confidence to continue. But other than that, just a whole lot of prayer and dedication.
So you saying you was underthinking and overthinking yourself, like you were saying you had to build your confidence up, or what do you do now to keep yourself and your employees motivated?
Well, I mean, naturally, humans have insecurities. All of us have insecurities. So, we're in a society where, you go to school, get an education, get a job, work for this company, so, it's always a job out there. Somebody always looking to hire, just as we are now, A-Major is. But, with that, you put that in people's head for so long, it's like, you start to believe it, like, oh man, okay, well, if this don't work or this don't go this way or something, you kind of get to start doubting yourself, like, okay, man, maybe I do need to go get a job, or maybe I do need to do it this way. But as long as you stick to it, and be consistent and, dependable, it'll work out in the end. You just got to, stay with it.
So as an entrepreneur, and you was going to give your top 3 things to a young, positive hustler out there that's looking to start their own business or looking to, just execute on one of the concepts they may be thinking about, what are the top 3 pieces of advice you would give them?
The top 3, first probably would be do a whole lot of research the ins and outs of it, rub shoulders with people that's in the business. I mean, even if, sometimes you might have to sacrifice. It's going to be a huge sacrifice anyway when you running your own business. But even if you got to go get a job, for a year or two, in that business, so you can learn some different things, or they might teach you something that you never known before. But research is one. 2, I'd say your association. Your association is huge, That's probably number 1, really, You want to put yourself around positive people, people that's like-minded. And 3 is just, your mindset. Once you get yourself around those people, you got to set your mind, and whatever your goals is, your mindset, how you look at things, your outlook is everything. So you got to, keep the positive people, and you have a positive mind, and your mindset is everything. Just go after it and go get it.
I'm really liking what you said right there, because that's part of Positive Hustle's thought and mindset. You got to stay positive. I mean, negative things are going to happen. You're going to get discouraged. You might feel like you're down on your luck, but you got to keep that optimistic outcome. Now, a couple other questions for you. Being that we are in the middle of a pandemic, how did that affect your business?
As far as the roadside, it slowed up a little bit, but it was still essential workers, and we're essential workers. We had to go out as well, to assist them if they broke down. So I mean, it took a little bit of a hit, and it slowed up a little bit. But as far as these cars and everything go, it's pretty much job security. It really didn't impact us too hard. So dealing with these cars, anything dealing with a car or truck or tires or rims or anything else is job security, because people gonna drive.
So you saying people gonna drive and they gonna break down in one way, shape, or the other, or run out of gas?
Everything on these roads is made to break down.
Man. So being, I'm an entrepreneur myself, and knowing as a, entrepreneur owning your own business, do you feel that it's a lot of sacrifices that you make? Is it easier to work for yourself or for somebody else?
I think, again, that goes back to your mindset. Some people, enjoy structure, which every business should have a structure, but I've always thought, ever since I started cutting grass back when I was 12, I always thought that nobody's going to pay you the way you going to pay you. So, I mean, for me personally, I would say that it's way more beneficial for you to be working for yourself as opposed to be working for somebody else.
So if there's any gotchas out there when you're working for yourself, catch-22s or things that you would give younger listeners or even older listeners, or, budding entrepreneurs, what's the things they need to look out for when coming into business for themselves?
You always got to keep something in the stable, anything. I mean, for a rainy day, anything might pop up. But, I mean, the biggest thing is, as long as you invest in your business, whatever you get, you ain't just blowing it. You take something and put it back into the business, put it back towards the business. Because anything can pop up. I mean, it's huge sacrifices in this business that to where anything, can pop up. So you always have to, roadside call coming in. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm back.
So we got A-Major. He dispatching and taking calls and handling business while we doing this interview. So as you can see, during the short time that we've been on here, his phone is constantly ringing, so business must be good.
Business is okay. I'm not the one to, make more things than, what it really is. I'm a humble individual, but I can't complain. The Lord's been good to me.
So what are the biggest sacrifices that you had to make with starting your business and keeping it running and growing it to where it is today?
I'm one of them people that's not in competition with nobody else. I'm in competition with myself. So I honestly feel like don't nobody go as hard as I do. Can't nobody hustle. Hold on one second. It's another call coming in. All right, I'm back. But the biggest sacrifice that I would say is time. I mean, like, time is of the essence. That is a very true statement, because if you're not willing to dedicate everything, you're all, I'm talking about blood, sweat, tears, time, sacrifice all of that, you might as well go work for somebody else, go get a 9 to 5 or whatever 8-hour shift you want to get, go get your check and go home. But time is the biggest part of it. Time is going to be a huge sacrifice when you're working for yourself.
And I agree with that 100%, because being an entrepreneur, it's no clocking in and clocking out. Sometimes you don't even get paid because you got to reinvest back into the business, and that's a lot of those things that a lot of people can't handle. You might be cash strapped for a while, or consider yourself financially broke, but you're not broke because you're investing it into your business to grow it. with your business, if you stick with it, it becomes an asset that can feed you and your family for years to come. So, give the listeners out there some advice, on what they should and shouldn't do. Just give them some motivation, man. Tell them the truth about being an entrepreneur, because the internet makes everything look like it's all glorious. They're not really giving you the ins and outs. The days where you want to break down and cry because that bank account may be low.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, give them something to make them know it's real, man.
Well, I mean, the reality of it is everything, like you just said, everything that glitter ain't gold. And, you can't put a wig on a pig, you know what I'm saying? and you call it a date. You can't do that one, you know what I'm saying? The real's gonna come out. I mean, it's huge sacrifices in it, I know just like in this game or in whatever game you might be in, it's people always try to make it look better than what it is or try to dress it up, but the reality of it is just stay in your own lane and just do you. You impressing somebody else, that ain't impressing somebody else ain't gonna pay your bills or add no value to nothing you doing. So I mean, you stay in your own lane and you get down how you get down and rock and rub shoulders with who you rub shoulders with. Everything will be beneficial in the end. But it's gonna be rough patches. It's gonna be huge. I mean, rough patches to where the vision in front of you is gonna be so blurred. It's like you want to give up, but you like, no, man, you got to keep on pushing. It's like Nip said, this ain't no race. I ain't in no race with nothing. It's a marathon. You know what I'm saying? So may the best man win.
Yeah, I agree with that. You got to set your pace and stick with it, because everybody's not gonna run at the same pace.
That's
what I mean. You look at other people's success and you think they got there overnight. It could have took them 10, 15 years to get to where they at today.
That's true. My biggest motto is my heart don't beat to another person's drum. So, I got my own tune.
I can understand that. I'm with you. But you might dance to their music though if it sound good.
I don't mind doing one same old two-step,
A little same old two-step.
Yeah.
What they say, gangsters don't dance, we groove.
They boogie.
Is that what it is? They boogie.
Get your boogie on. Boogie on down.
Now, I'm not gonna get into specifics of what tools you use as, doing roadside assistance, but let's say as an entrepreneur, what tools do you use for yourself to make operating and running your business more efficient?
The internet for sure. That anything, you can Google just about anything. So, I mean, the internet, but I use anything. I mean, I take any piece of, any tidbit I can get from anybody, like even from other people's businesses, like your business. I take tidbits from anything. That's why, anytime, I go out and I see somebody, that they might, hey, how'd you start your business? What'd you do to get your business? So, like, they got tow shows all over the United States area. Well, not right now because of the COVID thing or whatnot, but I go to these tow shows to where these other tow guys and roadside assistance guys are, and it's just a whole lot of stuff out there. You just got to scratch and dig, you know what I'm saying, like you digging for that diamond, and just ask. I done learned a lot of stuff from going out to these tow shows from tow guys about scheduling and how do you keep your retention rate down as far as employees and everything else. It's flexibility. You got to be flexible, so that's the tools that I prefer to use. Of course, the internet, you can just about Google anything under the sun. So that's definitely beneficial for anybody, trying to, whatever they trying to do. But another thing too is people. People in the business that you're in, and people that's not. That's like, like yourself, you know what I'm saying? Just, asking people, hey, how'd you get started in your business? What motivated you to, do your business? It's so many avenues, but like with the roadside, it's a thing they have called tow shows, that come around every year. That's all over the United States. It's not going on now due to the COVID, but like I go out there and I ask questions. I talk to the people with the insurance companies, the people with the motor clubs. I talk to people that's got their own companies out there. People that I even call on people that that's not in the business anymore to find out like why they not doing it anymore. But yeah, it's so beneficial going out there to to rubbing shoulders with the people that's like-minded, that's in the business, that want to succeed. You ask some of the older people that's been around 20, 30 years, they'll tell you exactly, they don't have no problem with giving you information. You let them know a little bit about yourself, and then you tell them what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go. They'll give you all the information you need. Now, that's how I found out about scheduling and keeping the retention rate down as far as employees and everything. Is you just got to be flexible. You know what I'm saying? You just can't say, oh, this is it and this is how you gonna keep it, but you can't let nobody else run over what you're doing too. You got to have you got to draw the line somewhere, but but you keep it beneficial for both, so that way you keep both parties happy.
Okay, that's interesting that you one of your main tools that you mentioned was people. A lot of people underestimate the power of people and their brain power being resources. A lot of times when you ask somebody about what tools they're used, like I do, I use a smartphone. Smartphone and a hands-free headset is essential for me because I like to use both my hands to work, and I don't want to be holding the phone and things of that nature. A lot of times my phone don't even come out of my pocket.
Yes, sir.
But I agree with you on that. Like, people are one of the biggest tools or resources that you can find out there that can actually help you, whether that be physically or mentally, in growing and becoming more efficient in your business.
That's true. Well, the main reason why I say people is because business is business. No matter how you look at it, business is business. You may be in your business, I'm in my business, but you stand in your lane. But the problem is, a lot of times with business is you so overindulged and so engulfed in your business that it's something that you're missing. But you ask somebody else and they be like, well, all you gotta do is just rotate the world just a little, just slightly, on his axis in this direction, and then you like, wow, I didn't even think of it. I didn't even look at it that way or think of it that way because I'm so entrapped in what I got going on. It's like, man, I appreciate that little tidbit. So that's my main reason for asking other people, especially like yourself or other people that's business owners.
Yeah, because sometimes that third party outside looking in view is a whole lot different from what you looking at, because I find myself sometimes getting tunnel vision, and I need somebody else to get that second set of eyes or third set of eyes on it to say, well, you need to look at it from this angle, or you might want to approach it from this angle. I believe that's a very true statement on how it can help you and how it helps me too.
Yes,
so let's leave the listeners with something, man. I'm trying to think of what else you could what else you could give the youngsters out there. What advice would you give them on life and business and being an entrepreneur? Like, for example, if one of your kids or cousins or whoever, if you just driving down the street and you meet a young person, you towing a car, providing them assistance, they say, well, man, what can I do? What can I do to start my own business? And how does it work?
Well, first and foremost, the reality of it is believe in you. Because if you don't believe in you, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you, or even, it's gonna be like you just talking, believe in you, let your yes mean yes, and no. That's, and stick with it. If you say you're gonna do something, do it. If you can't do it, don't lie to them. Just stick with it. Because your word is everything out here. So, that consistency and dependability goes a long way. But if you're going to do something, do it. If you can't do it, just say, hey, that's something I can't do.
Okay, well, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and plug your business right now. Give them the phone number. Give them the social media handles. Give them everything they want you to know about A-Major and how to get a hold of you.
I'm gonna give them a phone number, but I'm not gonna give them my personal phone number. You know what I'm saying?
So you're gonna keep it all the way business?
Yeah, I gotta keep it. It's strictly business for me. You know, unless you know we close, like you know, like me and yourself. You know, you can get the main line, but you know everybody can't get that main line. You know what I mean? But if you call me, don't call me collect, because I ain't picking up. I'm not accepting the charges. But A-Major Roadside Assistance.com. We on all platforms, A-Major Roadside Assistance, 844-726-2567. If you're trying to get up out of a bind, holla at us. We got employment availability, so, you know, that's everything.
Well, man, I'd like to say thank you, and I appreciate you. I appreciate all the advice and the words that you gave us today, man, and I look forward to speaking with you more.
My pleasure.
And, good luck in all your future endeavors, and keep hustling, baby.
Appreciate it.
Go.